Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Check This Out. I hope you are doing very well. I wish I could say the same for myself, but I can't. And here's the reason why. Today will be the fourth installment of our series titled How Not to Cook, featuring Kay from the Kay's Cooking channel. I have tried 3 of Kay's dishes and have failed 3 times to make them come out looking like hers. Corn dogs, fried rice, and Scottish shortbread. And none of them, as you can see, have come out looking like Kay's. At first I thought the problem was that I was choosing dishes that were far too complicated for my culinary skills. That's why I chose the shortbread. It only has 3 ingredients, so I figured, hey, 3 simple ingredients, how could I possibly mess that up? Well, I did. So since it seems like 3 ingredients is too much for me to handle, I found one of Kay's recipes that uses only one ingredient. Eggs. Poached eggs, to be precise. Now I know that there is absolutely no way that I cannot get a poached egg to come out looking like Kay's. So let's get over to Kay, see how she makes a poached egg, and see if we can make one just like hers this time. Bring it on, Kay. Give it everything you got. I'm ready to take you on once again.
Hi people, I'm back cooking again.
Hi Kay.
Somebody's asked me to do poached eggs. There's 2 versions to how to do them, but I'm going to show you just one. As you can see, I've got a pan and I put some water in it. I don't know if you can see the water moving. And what you do is
water in a pan, that's good, but
halfway,
I usually use simmering water. That water looks pretty cold 4. To me.
Then you crack the eggs.
Crack the egg, add 1 egg to the cold water.
Without the eggshell, which I shall scoop out in a minute, into the pan and make sure it's over the heat. And then what you can keep doing is throwing water over it so it starts cooking.
Throwing cold water
this is the way I've been told by a
over
friend
a cold
to do
egg in a cold pan.
Crack an egg into a pan.
Should
Just
do a
keep
good job.
On it
At least if you want a runny yolk, you're going to get that out of it.
Looking though it's a bit done. As you can see now, it started to cook.
There we go.
I got my arm on my back and said I have to turn
cooked.
it over. So
and I would say maybe overcooked.
It's not going to go very well. Awesome. It's stayed together, but...
Wait. This may be a cultural thing. I don't know. Maybe this is the type of poached eggs you have in the UK, but it's not the kind that I'm used to. Poached eggs, where I come from, have a runny yolk to them. This is basically a fried, boiled egg. It's not poached in any way other than maybe you can consider the liquid poaching liquid, but no. Well, let's carry on.
Now I'm going to take the egg out and put it on a bread cake, which you can probably see I've got done. This is just, well, it's an ideal little snack.
Look at that. You may as well just have fried it, Kay.
And you've got a bit of time on your hands. You will always end up with a lot of egg bits left in the pan. There's nothing you can do about that unless you've got a...
Wait a minute, I beg to differ. You'll always have a lot of egg bits, a lot of them, left in the bottom of the pan. Those little white floaties that you get in there. Well, I don't think you have to. I believe there's something can be done about it. Let's carry on.
A spoon that will scoop them all out in one go. So I've made 2 egg sandwiches. Well, that's how it goes, really.
Okay, everybody, I'm sure I don't have to show you how to poach an egg, but just in case, Kay, darling, you're watching, maybe you could pick up a few tips And speaking of tips, I did pick up one recently. Kay stated that all of that egg white, all those wispies running through the water are unavoidable. You can't do anything about it. Well, that may not be true. This tip that I picked up recently said that if you don't have absolutely fresh eggs, and fresh eggs are the best at keeping the white together and not getting all of those little wispy bits running through it. But this tip said that if you take an egg and put it into a fine sieve like that, if there's any little watery bits in there, they'll come out. That real watery stuff you're seeing there, that's the kind of stuff that won't congeal in the poaching liquid. Okay, it looks like we got quite a bit of it out of there. Now let's put it back in our ramekin. Now we're going to head over to the stove and see if we can't poach it up. After you bring your water to a boil, I think we're going to use a little bit more than what Kay did. You want to reduce it down to a simmer. You really don't want to see any bubbles breaking the surface. We got a few little ones there on the bottom, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take about 1 or 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. I'm not sure about the science behind it, but changing the pH is supposed to cause the proteins to tighten up on the egg. Now that we have our vinegar in, what we want to do now is take the center of it and start a vortex going in the water. Then take our egg and pour it right into the center of the vortex. As you can see, it comes together nice and tight. And if you observe, Kay, not a lot of those wispies you said I can't avoid. So let's take our timer now and set it for 3 minutes. And we'll come back and take a look at our egg then. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. Let's take a look at our egg here. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And what about all those white wispies that you said are unavoidable, Kay? I don't see a whole lot of them in there. Okay, let's get this plated up and see if the center of our egg looks any different than Kay's. Okay, there we have our egg. Nice little football shape, perfectly poached egg. Well, we'll find out if it's perfectly poached when we check the center of it. Just for comparison, let's do a side by side with Kay's. We'll put her over here. Yeah, that may be a perfect poached egg in the UK, but I don't think so here. So let's see if we can take a look at it here. Open it up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now that's what I call a poached egg. But this was a pretty simple one. It was kind of short. It was just something to mess around with a little bit. Also wanted to, give you another little tip too. If you're doing a bunch of eggs for, like, say, a get-together or morning breakfast for a bunch of people, say you're doing something like Eggs Benedict, and you need a bunch of them, you can do up those eggs just like that. Take them out, put them immediately in an ice bath in some ice water, and you can keep them there. You can actually even do them up the night before. Then when you're putting your Eggs Benedict together or whatever it is you're going to be serving poached eggs with, all you got to do is have a pan of boiling water, bring it down to a simmer, put your eggs back in there for about 20 to 30 seconds, then go ahead and serve them. They'll be absolutely perfect. And I think even day-old ones like that are still going to turn out a lot better than what Kay's did. But hey, what do I know? So that'll be about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please join me next time. We're going to be continuing our series in How Not to Cook, featuring Kay from Kay's Cooking. So take it easy, everybody. Be safe. And thank you once again for watching. See you next time.